If anyone has promised, you go and kick him. It's not for results. Then why people practice spiritualism? The answer is to live a continuously happy life. That is the answer. So these are the probable obstacles of average student. And Patanjali gives us the real way to practice. Make a repeated application of what you are prescribed in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. That is, select a place to practice, a time to practice, the same hour and same minute, and don't feel the program minded tension while you are maintaining your time. Suppose we have to attend the meditation by 10:30. Don't run to the place to attend the meditation, but have your time arranged in such a way that you have no need to run or rush. Feel leisurely in your mind to do everything, and manipulate in such a way that you reach there without any mental tension of program minded sickness. Go and sit down for 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes enough, because it's not to practice spiritualism, but it is to bring your instrument into focus. The 15 minutes practice is meant only to bring the instrument into order again and again. Sit down in comfortable position, relax every muscle and nerve in your body by making a self-observation mentally from head to foot. Slowly observe yourself, and if you find any muscle or any nerve in tension, relax it, and then go to the next step, relax it. Like this, mentally travel from head to foot, relaxing every part of your body. The practice of spiritualism is relaxation and not concentration, please remember. And after the relaxation process is over, begin to observe the movements of your respiration, and then the I am who is in your head begins to approach the heart and lungs. That is, the mind begins to make an approach to the heart and lungs. The only thing you have to do is begin to observe the movements of your respiration. When you begin to observe here, the mind comes to that place, and then gradually it approaches the respiratory and the heart and the lung region, and then make your respiration slow, soft and uniform. Inhalation in the same way and exhalation in the same way. At the same time, observe your respiration and the movements that are taking place, and then you meditate upon the sound so while you are inhaling. Meditate upon the sound hum while exhaling. Like this, you conduct your respiration, at the same time observing the movements of your respiration. That's most important. And then the next step is you do the same type of respiration, meditating the sound Om as long as you are inhaling, and vocally uttering the sound Om as long as you are exhaling. At the same time, listen to your own voice. That's most important. And gradually the mind disappears in yourself, and you begin to exist instead of your mind existing. The mind is identified with you and begins to live as your servant instead of living as an independent fellow. This is all what is to be done by way of practice, and this is only tuning the instrument. Do it for 15 minutes a day. The rest of the thing is the harmlessness, truthfulness, etc., the attitudes that are to be practiced in life. Spiritualism is to be practiced in the incidents of your daily routine. This is what the ancients teach us about spiritual practice. The best books to study spiritualism is Patanjali Yoga Sutras and Bhagavad Gita, and follow any one of the books of the masters of wisdom. And along with these things, you are expected to be in the presence of a fellow who has attained this stage. What is the test? A fellow who is always happy and cheerful. Cheerful not for the sake of etiquette or company. It's not the smile that comes from the lips, but a fellow who is always hearty, who lives with his heart, not with his mind. When he eats with all his heart. And when he speaks with all his heart. Even when he sleeps with all his heart. Even while living the body, he dies with all his heart. This is the true nature of a spiritualist. Another test of a true spiritualist is when you are in his company, you are happy. You will never remember your problems as long as you are in his company. For about 30 days, daily you can approach him to ask him questions about your problem. You will forget to ask him about your problem. And after coming home, you will again recollect your own problems. Because in his company, you are having his mind, and since his mind has no problems, your mind will have no problems in his presence. Because he works as a magnet and you are the magnetic substance. A third real test of a true spiritualist, that is, he should be a person who never expects anything from you. If he has a price for the course of spiritualism, if he has something to sell and if you have something to purchase from him, that's not spiritualism. If he wants something from you, remember he is not a spiritualist. If he expects anything from you, how can the poor fellow help you and make you happy? He must be more helpless than yourself if he expects anything from you. It is the third real test of a spiritualist. And they'll be in his company and keep regular visits to go to him. You need not very much question him for anything. Your mind gets purified day by day, and finally his mind confers upon you the same mind. Piece of iron. A spiritualist who is already a spiritualist is required for you to make yourself a real spiritualist. What is the test that you are a real spiritualist? The first test is unconditioned self-satisfaction. You should realize the truth that you do not want anything, and there should be no time when you are unhappy or miserable. And these are the two tests of a real spiritual, and life becomes worth living. You will know the real meaning of the word happiness. This is all what spiritualism gives you. And if anyone promises some fantastic things in the name of spiritualism, you have no business to believe. And may God confer upon all of you real spiritualism. May you be in the presence of your Guru soon. Thank you all.